This is me warming up for my Zwift group ride. You can see me talking, but you're not hearing any sound. It's 5 a.m. and I'm not sounding too coherent. Thus the voiceover. Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. These group rides line up just like races, except they don't take off like a bat out of hell when it starts. Especially most of the group rides I do. You can choose a group ride depending on watts per kilogram range that's defined for the particular ride. Now, most of the rides that I do are low to moderate watts per kilogram for myself. Reason being, because I'm an AFIB boy, I'm limiting myself to one hard group ride or race on Zwift a week. That's on top of the on-the-road ride that I do on Saturdays that often involves efforts. I wanted to talk to you today about sleep and fatigue. As an AFIB boy, it's very important to have good quality sleep, and just as important, not to be laden down with significant fatigue, and if you do have it, not to try and push through it. These past 3 Saturdays, since my AFIB attack about a month ago, I've been on the road doing climbs and focusing on leg strength building exercises on those climbs. This last Saturday was my best workout yet. The next day on Sunday, I was on an easy group ride on Zwift. I never went above 1.5 watts per kilogram, and that's pretty easy if you're not familiar with Zwift. The next day on Monday, I was going to do a moderate group ride, which would have been about 2.5 watts per kilogram for me. The plan for me was to do my hard group ride either on Tuesday that next day or Wednesday. As it turned out, my sleep was very bad that night, and I ended up doing an easier group ride, which was about 2.0 watts per kilogram. What I should have done, and I'm going to do this next time or anytime it happens after this, is not right at all. I was feeling crappy the rest of the day, and then I was real concerned about, geez, did I screw this up and I'm going to jump into AFIB again? Fortunately, I didn't. So the next night, my sleep was better. Not great, but it was better. So again, I got up, I did some Zwift, but this time I didn't do any group rides. I simply just rode around, and I even questioned doing that. So I cut off the bike early. I think I was on the bike for like 20, maybe 30 minutes. So the rest of the day, I just relaxed, didn't do any weights, anything like that. I took a nap during lunch, and then I felt better, a little bit better after. So then for Wednesday, which is this video that you're seeing now, my plan was to just do another moderate, maybe 2.0 to 2.5 watts per kilogram ride, which this is. As it turned out, a funny thing happened on the way to the forum. That's an old guy reference for you old guys out there. There may have been a software problem. There seemed to be another group on the road with us. Some people started off at the lower end 2.0 that the rail leader talked about, and some of them started off at 2.5. So then we were all kind of spread out. And then when you look at the graph on the right side, it's just showing me, and it's not showing anybody else. As a consequence, everything was turning out higgledy-piggledy. Add to it the fact that I was feeling very rested and feeling good. I was now looking for people to ride with at a faster pace. And I couldn't tell again who was in my group and who was not in my group. So I spent a lot of time at 3.0 watts per kilogram, a little higher. In fact, the average for this entire ride for me was 2.7. So this is going to be my hard ride for the week. The small group I was with lapped the ride leader, and I stayed back with her while those guys went on. In spite of that, and I don't know how, again, software problem probably, when the final results were posted, next week I was planning on tentatively doing my first Zwift race since my AFIB attack, but I think I'm going to hold off on that, partially because of the bad sleep situation I had these last couple of days, or the previous couple of days that I was talking about. I think once I can do a group ride, a 45-minute group ride, where I can average at least 3.0 watts per kilogram, I think then I'll be confident enough to jump in a race. Okay, remember the moral of this video. Get that quality sleep. Don't fight that fatigue. Comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.